Hi, it's Meredith with the Cedar Rapids Public Library. I am here to share with you a little thing that I have learned in my time of social distancing. It's a little thing called a watch party. Now, before I was practicing social distancing, I was not using my tech skills to connect socially. And I've found that it's been a really wonderful part of keeping connected to my friends and family. And so I wanted to take a moment and share with you some of the things that I've learned. And fair warning, this is coming from someone who was nearly a Luddite before, but the way I'll walk you through it is just kind of slow and steady to begin with, and then we'll go a little faster as I think you're getting the hang of things. So hang tight and let's learn about a watch party. Now, this is a definition from yourdictionary.com, but at its most basic, a watch party is still a social gathering, and it's how people come together virtually to have a common viewing or listening experience. Now, depending on what platform you use or what app, that'll depend how many people you can maximize in your social gathering, but we'll get to that a little later. Now, next you may ask, but librarian, why do I need a watch party? What's the advantage? I mean, really. I'm perfectly fine watching all of Steven Universe at home by myself. And I agree, Steven Universe is great with or without other people, but I think that it's really important to be able to not only share an experience with people that we either miss or haven't connected with in a long time, but also have something to talk about consequently. It's like, well, remember that time we watched this? And then consequent conversations ensue. Or, this is something that I hadn't thought about originally. What about connecting kids and grandparents? I know that my kids like to watch Fantastic Mr. Fox with my parents, and so I think it's a way to connect generations as well. I know in my household, we've reconnected with some old friends through some watch party viewings, and I think everybody needs more connection now than less. So that's something to consider. You may ask next, librarian, what does it require for this magical watch party that you speak of to happen? And really the baseline is the internet, right? So no matter if you're going to be having a watch party using a phone or a tablet, a computer desktop, or some kind of augmented or virtual reality system, you're going to want to make sure you have plenty of bandwidth to pull from. If you're streaming the media itself and supporting applications, you're going to want to make sure you have a strong connection to the internet. Now, in terms of hardware, I found the easiest way to make a multi-user experience is just on a desktop computer or a laptop. I'm going to walk you through a couple different platforms, ways, application, browser extensions that you can use, either a computer, a tablet, or a phone to create some shared using experiences. Now, here I have a list of icons for some of my top picks in terms of what's user-friendly and what has a good diversity of media for you to pick from. At the top, you'll see there's Facebook. That comes straight from Facebook's website to create a watch party. And then it moves down to some browser extensions that you can download and install. And then there's some freestanding software systems. And then down to, at the very bottom, just an app that you can put on your phone. So let's dig in and see how we're going to do this. So first off, we're going to look at Facebook, which is for Facebook users with Facebook content, right? So you already have to be a member of Facebook. If you are not, call me. I can help you with that. But it is way easier than I expected, first of all. Second of all, I realized I had not created a post in some time, so things look different to me. I'll show you what I did. When you go up to create a post and you click on that, you'll notice at the bottom right, there's an option for watch party. And when you click on it, it tells you all the things you can do. And you say, okay, Facebook. Okay, so once we've said, okay, Facebook, let's do this. it pops up a new window. The one on the left you'll see there, and those are your options for creating your queue, your order of videos that you want in your watch party. Now, you can certainly create a watch party for something that goes live, or as you'll see up at the top, there is a banner that has the content either for you, chosen by Facebook, to what they think is going to be very exciting for you, or you can see things that are associated with your profile. Now, certainly, there's good news and bad news. Let's do bad news first. I always like the bad news first. The bad news is you're limited to the content that is either created live or that appears on Facebook. The good news is that there are so many different video platforms that you can choose from to upload videos to Facebook that you're not just watching straight Facebook content, right? You can post most anything and find most anything, as you can see from the suggested for me. I'm not sure how they exactly figure that out, what their algorithms are, but I'm sticking with what I know. So you can see I think I went to my watched videos to choose my queue, and ta-da, I made my very first watch party, and it was very exciting. You can see I chose, well, if you look closely, you can see that I chose a video from the Cedar Rapids Public Library for National Library Week. Now, here's the other bad news about Facebook. It's a very open social platform. The good news is that you can limit all of your privacy settings so that only certain people see the watch party, only certain people can join, and as you can see, I have made a watch party for one. Only I can view it. But through those drop-down menus, you can change that so that you can invite or entice anyone you want to come and see your watch party. Okay, moving right along, we're going to pick up the pace. This may look like Netflix and sound like Netflix, but it is not exactly Netflix. Netflix Play is a browser extension that you can download and have right up there in the toolbar of your whatever browser you use. And the way that it works is you are already logged into your Netflix. You bring up a video and click on that browser extension, and then it allows you to start letting people in and sharing your video so you can watch in real time. So, as you can see, the two watch parties that we've covered so far have been from Facebook. You have to have a Facebook account, and Netflix, where you have to have a Netflix account, even though the watch party is an added extension. So here's the thing that needs to happen. Next, we need to talk about ways that you can see multiple kinds of content all in one place. So, without further ado, let me introduce you to some of the things that I found work best. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce you to MetaStream. I really liked MetaStream because it's available on your phone, on your tablet, or on your desktop device. It has a really clean interface, as you can see there from that screenshot. On the left, you have your users that are a part of the group. On the right, you have your queue. At the bottom, you have controls, and it doesn't really interfere with the viewing experience. There are different ways that you can view, certainly, what's going on the screen, and you can chat back and forth with your friends. Now, between YouTube, Netflix, Hulu, and Crunchyroll, and Twitch, there's got to be something on there that you want to watch with your friends, certainly. And just keep in mind, you're going to have subscriptions for some of those entities in order to view them with your friends on MetaStream. Moving right along, here is 2.7. Now, 2.7 has different sources, and to be perfectly honest, when I just put it on my phone right now, I saw that there's a web feature where you can also share Facebook videos. So you get Amazon Prime Video, HBO Now, YouTube, Vimeo, Hulu, Disney Plus, and there's an option for a special social distancing add-on where you can subscribe to Hulu and Disney through 2.7. So there are some subscription sources there, but you'll notice with 2.7 you get to have video and chat so that you have the option to see people's reactions and their facial expressions. And so here is Cast, a really dynamic and powerful real-time video sharing app You can see that it allows you to do video chats as well. And there are just so many things that you can do with Cast. It's a really dynamic piece of software, I think. And as you can see, it's really transparent and makes it really easy for getting Cast on your phone or using it as a browser extension for Chrome, or you can download the Cast software and have a full set of tools at your disposal. As you can see, this is Airtime, and all the kids love it. It is specifically designed for a mobile device, and what I like about this particular way to watch is, as you can see from these screenshots, you get so much more of people's faces. You can see their reactions, you can interact more. So it's more about the interaction than it is the actual video. And that's part of the reason why it works really great for like watching YouTube or shows or concerts together, things like that that might not be a full movie experience, because you can chat back and forth so easily and, throw up some emojis and things like that. So that, I think, kind of completes the spectrum of ways that you can watch together in a very brief way. Now this, folks, is where things get a little crazy. You say, well, I don't want to sit at my computer and watch a movie. I don't really want to stare at a tiny screen to talk with my friends while we watch a YouTube video. What about a home theater experience? This is the level up. This is where augmented and virtual reality come into play. Now, get your goggles out, people, because this is fun. You can approach this in two different ways. You'll have to have a set of virtual reality goggles first, no matter what. But on the left represents having a piece of software that you have the ability to plug in your compatible goggles with, or on the right, you can get an app for your specific goggles in order to connect to folks. So let's take a look here. Now, something that I found is Plex. Plex.tv here is, as they say, no risk and all reward, which I don't know if I entirely agree with, but it does seem pretty great. You can watch thousands of movies and TV shows free, and you can stream even from Apple, Android, or smart TVs. And what I think is really great about this is that if you are able to have a compatible device, you get to sit in your living room. You could sit on your front porch. You could sit most anywhere and include your friends in a viewing experience. Now, it might be a little creepy just to see your friends' heads bobbing on a couch, but something that is really cool is that you can throw popcorn, you can interact while the movie's going on, and that, I think, is pretty fun, with or without your body. Now, another way to approach this is that you and your best friend have the exact same augmented virtual reality goggles, and you can add apps to your viewer. So this is another option, and one that I liked pretty well myself. Check this out. So I'd like you to join me here through the eyes of an Oculus viewer to our Hulu watch room. Now, these avatars might look like your best friends, they might not. But, for instance, I mentioned Oculus. You have the ability to have an app on your goggles that is the Hulu app, which then can connect to your pals. And in this way, you can, just like most of the other virtual reality viewing experiences, you can change what room you're in. You can change the view. You can have a daytime or a night mode. There are lots of things that you can play with. And so if that's something you're interested in, then go for it. It is next level. Now, that's all I have for this brief tour. Thanks so much for sticking with me. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us here at the library. And as always, thanks for watching.